Okay, so I feel like I've only recently finalized my spring wish list. I mean, I'm gonna be adding to it and moving things around and whatever, but I think it's ready for you guys to hear. I've been working on it for a really long time now. The anticipation into spring has been really killing me. I like to have a wish list for all the different seasons through the year so I can really narrow in the things that I want for this year and for this season, and things that I'm gonna have some of the things that I wanna make, but a lot of these are things that, so all of these things I want to buy, I only end up ever buying not even a handful of them, but it's really nice to think through purchases, and a lot of these things that are on my wish list inspire my thrift purchases when I'm out thrifting, and when I'm making, again, sewing. I feel like sometimes I add something to my wish list and then 2 weeks later I'm looking at it and I'm like, I don't even really care about that thing anymore. And so these are the things that have stood the test of time through the past few months of dreaming of spring. First up, Marge Sherwood bags have been occupying like all of the spaces of my brain for a really long time now. And I feel like now is the time to own one. And I feel like going into spring, especially all the colors that they have and the shapes, I just love the shape of their bag. I specifically really love like the piping bags and the ones that go over the shoulder that are more squared off or rectangle. I think those are so cute. Also, they're like bowling style kind of looking bags. So pretty, specifically like this yellow. I also really like the shades of pink that they use. Actually, did I mention that I ordered one on Depop? It's a really pretty blue color and I'm so stoked about it. And I think that actually comes today. So I did end up crossing that off of my list. But I do want a yellow one really bad, again, or a pink one. Those are like my top 3 favorites. But I also feel like I'm so distracted by colorful bags all the time because I think they're so fun and pretty that I end up never having like neutral bag. And then on the day-to-day, I really, really crave like a just plain black or brown bag. And so I'm like, maybe if I mix the two, because again, I really love the Marge Sherwood shapes, mixing that with like, you know, a neutral, a black or gray or whatever bag, maybe that could be the smartest option for my next bag purchase. But I couldn't help myself whenever I saw this on Depop. In this shade of blue. It was like my dream shape, everything like that. So Marge Sherwood bags in general, I think they're so cute. I've also been seeing like those bags specifically having like a bunch of charms on them and things like that. And I think that is so cute. That bag in particular, like the charms really complement the bag and vice versa. And so I think that's really fun. I'm actually like crocheting right now, a little like Sunny Angel keychain holder, and I thought that that would be really cute on that. It's gonna be like white and red and then on that like light blue bag. Anyway, Marge Sherwood bags, so cute. I feel like this has been actually on like so many of my other wish list videos, and all of my thrift videos I've been talking about, it's on my wish list. A vintage belt. I just want like any belt at this point, that would be great, but specifically like one of those tie belts or the wrap belts. I have so many screenshotted and I look on eBay consistently and I have not had luck. Like I don't want it to be like just a simple, I have like a nice simple brown and black belt, and so I really want something like that, like a big fun belt. And so that, it will be crossed on my list. It's going to happen sooner or later, but it's still at the top of it. And also I recently came across like pictures of these earrings, and they're like this big ruffle kind of like chiffon fabric looking earring. And I was always like, what are those? Who makes those? And I finally did a deep dive and I found out it's Paloma wool, which I'm like, I don't know why it shocked me, but I love how they style them in particular, like with their clothes. But I just love those earrings in general. And I'm like, I don't know exactly, probably could try to make them, but we're not talking about that here. This is my dream wish list. I feel like the colors that they come in, specifically like, I think it was like a pink and a blue, really, really pretty. And I think it just adds such a great texture to an outfit, and just like that little bit of fun, and especially with your hair up and like going into spring and summer with like tank tops and basic tees and things like that. That being such a statement is so fun to me. So something of this caliber. Also, speaking of Paloma wool, they have like this belt bag kind of skirt situation, and it has really inspired me. I actually was looking at that on Pinterest one night. Then under it, something popped up and it looked like a sewn cotton or something belt. And I was like, that opened my brain to a whole nother dimension of ideas, because something that's on my to make list is like a crocheted belt bag with like a little wallet on it kind of thing, or like a belt with a little wallet. And so I was like, maybe I can sew one. That would probably be a little bit easier in my opinion for me. So that's on my list. I think that would be really cool. And that bag and bag skirt, whatever it is, it really inspired me. And again, I think going into the spring and summer with something like that, to layer over pants or layer over shorts, skirts, everything like that, I feel like I've been talking about that, but I feel like that's a more, I have like belt bags is what I'm trying to say, and they're fun and they're great, but something that's also like a part of your outfit, like more like simplified and flat, you know, and more of a statement in that way. Okay, this is a newer addition because I feel like I've been talking about these Loewe sunglasses for a really long time, and then I recently saw these, I think it's by the brand DeLarge or something, and they have this really beautiful pair of sunglasses that I love, and they kind of remind me of that. Of the Loewe ones. And so I just think that those would be really, really cute and funky, and they're a little bit different than a lot of the, actually they're so different than a lot of the sunglasses that I have and wear. I normally, on my everyday, actually like 99% of the time I'm wearing my black oval, like cat eye looking sunglasses, and I love those, but sometimes I want like a funkier look to, you know what I mean? Like sunglasses change the vibe of a look so much in my opinion. So I think having something like that would be really fun to add in, again, especially going into spring and summer. And what I'm currently into are like the headscarves or like silk scarves tied around lace and things like that. And for some reason, that like shape of sunglass complements the other things on like the top half, you know what I mean? And so I just think that they would be so cool. Aren't they really like fun and cute? They remind me a lot of like a vintage 60s 70s pair of sunglasses, and I think that's what's really cool. I should look on Etsy to see if there are any of that like similar shape that are vintage. That could be really awesome too. So these have also been on my list for like so long, but a pair of jeans that have like a cuffed hem. I actually just saw in Anthropology this pair by Pilcrow, I think, and they look great. I've also seen Abercrombie have some. I've tried to do like the thing where you get like the longer inseam to do that, but they're still never like long enough for me to do the extent of the cuff that I want. I did actually see on Mango, look at this cuff. I thought that was kind of epic. Anyway, I've just been teeter-tottering. I also saw this pair from American Eagle, and they like, I loved how casual they looked, and I felt like with a pair of like flats, Mary Janes, even like sandals and things like that going into the warmer months, they would be really cute because they're like distressed and things like that. And I haven't had a pair of American Eagle jeans in a minute, but they're hard to get because first of all, in store, they never have the jeans that I see online. And then when I try to go online, they're always sold out of my size. So I'm just waiting patiently because those are kind of like at the top of my list over the other ones. But I may try the Pilcrow ones eventually because again, this is something that has been on my list for like a year now, I think. Ballet flats and flats in general, Mary Janes, things like that have really taken over like what I've been focusing on investing in, I guess, the past like probably year or so. And I recently am like, okay, I feel like it's time to get like one updated pair of like sneakers that are kind of a little bit different than the sneakers that I have currently, which are mostly like Adidas and Sambas and things like that. And so I think that something like these Nike Cortezes, I love the texture on them so much and the colorways that they come in. Also, this particular pair of like Adidas sneakers and in this colorway of like the blue with the yellow, and with, it has like more of like a platform looking, it really reminds me of like a 70s style sneaker. And I think that would be so fun and cute. Again, going into spring and summer with like a scrunched up sock, specifically like a sporty sock too. I feel like I've seen so many of those like Laban Shop, you know, the sport style socks that have like the stripe around the top. Those would be so cute with either of the sneakers that I just mentioned. And I like the idea that they're like still pretty narrow. They're not too chunky of a sneaker, but they're also like, there's more to it than a Samba. And again, I love my Sambas. I'll wear those forever, but I'm looking for a little bit chunkier of a shoe right now. I feel like that's what I'm craving. So those have just been like all over my screenshots and in my carts. Like I have the Nike ones in my Nordstrom cart, and every time I'm on the app, I look at them, I'm like always this close and I haven't done it yet. So if you've watched my like coat collection video, you guys know how many coats that I have in general, but especially like trench coats. And so this is me saying like, I definitely don't need another one. However, I feel like when I've been getting dressed lately, all of mine are a little bit too, I don't want to say unique, but like just there's too much going on. I don't have one trench coat that's just like the most basic style of trench coat with like no pockets, no flaps or anything like that. And so I don't know why I've been just like thinking about that. So that is on my like thrift wish list specifically. And if I can't thrift it, trench coats that are in my brain alternatively are this Jerf Avenue one, which I think is just like a perfect simple, I know it's based on like a vintage trench that Matilda used to wear, I think. And you can tell, like, I feel like that's why I love it so much. And again, I just have not been able to thrift a vintage one like that, but I know I feel like I can if I really tried, because I do feel like I have a lot of good luck with trench coats there. So I'm really hoping. I need to just narrow in on it, you know? And secondly, this Aline trench coat, it's a little bit more funky than I guess what I'm talking about, but I still like it because there's only like one little pocket there, and I think it's really streamlined still. And so something like that that's oversized, again, very plain. I'm very satiated trench coat wise, but I've really been thinking about that lately. Oh, also with the Aline one, they have this like trench coat hood thing that I've been seeing a lot of as well. I think COS has one too, and it's like a balaclava hood thing, but it's like in the fabric of a trench coat and it matches their trench coat, and you tie it under, and I just think it looks so cute, and I love matching sets like that. So I loved when I saw that Aline has that as well. So I don't know. Another thing I feel like I've been slacking on lately are just like baseball hats. And again, I love baseball hats, and I feel like something that is like a pale yellow with like red writing on it would be so cute and perfect for like the outfits that I wear. Sometimes I'm just getting ready and I'm like, I wish I had that kind of thing. And so I don't know. So however, something that makes its way to me with that description, I will be happy with, but I am on the hunt for it. I have been on like a vintage Miu Miu heel specifically, but vintage Miu Miu shoe kick for so long now, like the past month or so. And I actually think I'm going to write a Substack post about it, because I just have found so many that I feel like a lot of you guys would really like, and that I just like drool over. And Dolce Vita and For Love and Lemons just did a collaboration that really give me that vibe, that vintage Miu Miu heel sandally vibe. And they're like this red gingham. Again, I think they're like a little kitten heel, and I think that those are so cute. Also, that style of shoe, this like in particular, wearing it with jeans, with shorts, skirts, dresses, to any occasion kind of thing, like you can totally dress them down and you can also dress them up, and that's something that I look for in a shoe like that, because I don't dress up a lot. When I do, I want that, but I want to also be able to wear them more than that, you know what I mean? So those, and also I'm really in the market for just like a wedge espadrille or a wedge heel type of thing that has like the tie up the ankles. Again, to wear with like bloomers and capris and skirts and things like that. I think that it's so feminine and pretty. Top of my list also. And also this Domson Matter Lottie blouse. You guys, this thing I kept seeing it on their website, and I had it in my cart like multiple times when it was in stock, and I was like, whatever, I don't need it. And now that it's like off of their site, of course, I'm like fiending over it, and I was this close to finding it on Poshmark. I saw it, but it had like literally just recently been sold the day before. So anyway, that is still, I'm just on the lookout for it. I feel like Domson Matter and Doen are like top on my like secondhand like site list whenever I go to Poshmark and eBay. That's what I'm like searching up right now. It looks vintage, but it's so frilly and everything, and I just think it would be so cute for when it gets warmer. Also, something that's kind of similar but not really, but gives me the same feel that I really like that is in stock is the Lisa Says Ga Petro blouse, and I think it's so pretty. It's like kind of sheer, and it has like a really pretty shape to it with the front ties. I don't know. Again, I just like really love the idea of like white blouses right now, and those look so cute. I follow Martin Scorsese's daughter on TikTok, and I saw her getting glammed. No, I think it was like on Vogue or something. I don't know. She was getting glammed, and she was wearing this like Vakira top, like it was like a lingerie printed t-shirt, and it reminded me of the things that I've been talking about, which are like, you know, the fun bikini like style t-shirt dresses or whatever. And I saw that, and oh my god, that has been really, that's again one of the top things on my like list in my head. That would be so fun. Again, even just something of that caliber, but I liked that it's kind of like a fun, sexy take on like a bikini one, you know, like the jokey bikinis. I love like the black lace kind of vibe on it, and just all of the different iterations of that. They're on Essence, and they're definitely pricey for a t-shirt, but they're so pretty to me and fun. That's the main thing. Something like that is more fun to me, and that's why it's like, it would be way harder for me mentally to invest in that, because I'm like, how much wear would I actually get out of it? But it's so cool and it's so fun. And then some things that I want to make currently that are on my list, in case you guys are wondering or are looking for projects to make, I think these are perfect for going into the springtime, but a crochet bag, like specifically like a chunky crochet bag. Last year I was not crocheting really, and so this year I'm like, okay, I think I can take this on. So my sister and I are going to, that's gonna be our like duo project, like we're each gonna make one and follow the same pattern kind of thing. And so I think that would be really cool and fun, and I think making it in whatever color, I don't know what color I would make it in, to be honest. Like a red would be really cool as well. And so I've seen that like yarn, spandexy kind of yarn at Joann's. And so I just need to go check it out, but that is on my list, actually top on my list to make. Besides, like right now I'm focusing on like little bag charms that I think would be fun. And also a belt bag, like I mentioned before, like just a crocheted or knit belt with like a little wallet on it attached. And it's something that I feel like is really doable and maybe quick for me to do. I really love instant gratification. I have been working on the same damn scarf. I know people say like if you're a beginner getting back into it or whatever, don't do scarves. And I get it now because I've been working on this one scarf that I have for, you guys probably seen it on my Instagram story 20 times now, and it's like gotten this much because I get so bored with it. And I think I started it last spring, exactly a year ago, and I put it on yesterday as I was working on it, and I was like, I don't think I'm even halfway done because I want it really long and I made it too wide. Anyway, I digress. Also a pink bonnet, like a thin pink bonnet, lightweight, that I can still wear when it's like a little bit cooler out, and I just want more pink in my wardrobe. I don't have a lot of that. So that is all of my wish list. I hope you guys like, I love making wish list videos because I love watching wish list videos, and I also really love hearing what you guys have on your wish list. Whether it's like what you want to buy, what you want to thrift, what you want to make, let me know down below. Again, it's just something that really personally helps me, and even if I was not trying to be more thoughtful in my purchases, I just love the idea of a wish list. I think it's really fun. It's almost like a collage, a brain collage of all of the most beautiful things that you could ever want. And again, I really haven't been shopping lately, and so it's more of just like a drooling daydream list. Thank you so much for being here. Subscribe if you do like these videos. I would love to have you here permanently or for however long you want. And I'll talk to you guys next time. Thank you again for watching, and I hope you have the best day. Bye.